behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody. It's Palm Mash TV time once again. We're glad that you could join us again today for another episode. And we got a great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe here and click that notification bell, and you're always going to get notified whenever a new interview comes your way. And feel free to use the comment section. We'd love to hear from you there. And also, if you want to go to our Facebook page, go to facebook.com/PalmMashTV. And check out our interviews there, and you can like the page, inbox us, comment everything you see. We'd love to hear from you there as well. And you can email us as well. Go to palmmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And it's good if you're a band or a solo artist, but hey, if you're a fan, you can use that same email address. We'd love to hear from you. And all this is going to be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Coming up in just a minute, from Nashville, Tennessee, we got Rocky Marcello. He's a talented artist, and I think you're going to agree. And we'll get to that in just a moment, but first, here's a quick word from Click Jam. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
All right, everybody, interview time is promised, and with us from Nashville, Tennessee, we have Rock Marcello. Thanks for joining us, Rock.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a little bit of a delay here, so I apologize about that, but I'm sure we'll get through this. Well, why don't you start by telling me a little bit about how it began for you as far as being an artist. I mean, everybody has their own story, so let's hear your story.
I started out when I was young. I guess experience with music was watching the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show back in the 60s. Right after that, talked my dad into buying me a guitar, and then thinking I was either John Paul or George, not Ringo. I wasn't a drummer.
Okay.
So from that point on, I just got myself some guitar. As I grew older, started to write my own songs. Started a few bands back in Philadelphia, where I'm from, and then about 15 years ago, decided to chase, seeing if I could be successful as a country songwriter. Moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and it's been a whirlwind kind of a trip.
Yeah, and obviously I've heard a few of your songs. You do it very well, and I hope you'll keep doing it for a long time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate that. So why don't you tell me about some of the influences? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of country singers that influence you in your singing and songwriting. Why don't you mention a few of them?
Well, of course, there's Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Buck Owens, Roy Clark, Dwight Yoakam, some of the newer guys, Garth Brooks, Chris Young, Lee Brice. Yeah. And of course, the country bands of the 90s, Lone Star, Rascal Flatts, and where I got to hear them mix a little pop into some country music.
Yeah, and of course those are always good, because it's always the legends that really, that usually you fall back on, and especially people like Buck Owens and Roy Clark. I mean, I used to like them on Hee Haw when I was growing up. So,
oh yeah.
So, well, tell everybody where we can find your music. I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but if you got like physical copies, like CDs and stuff, you can mention that as well.
Well, right now, working with TJ Cates and Jill. We're working on a music website But always go to YouTube and type in Rock Marcello, and you'll see some videos that were shot here, and you'll be able to hear a few original tunes.
Okay. Yeah. And speaking of that, TJ Cates and Joe Santabanez, they're parts of Nashville Entertainment Weekly, and I've been interviewing some of their artists on this show, as you probably know. And great people, and I'm sure they're watching this right now. So I just want to send them a nod there and let them know that I'm always thinking of them, and I know they're always thinking of me too, and all their artists. So I just wanted to give them a shout out there. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this song we're getting ready to watch, and if there's a story behind it, we'd love to hear it.
Well, the story is basically when you meet someone, and if you fall for them, you kind of wish that they would fall for you as much as you fell for them. Hence the title, Love Me Like You Want to.
Okay, so I guess it's pretty much self-explanatory, I guess.
Absolutely. I think that's the rule of thumb in writing songs in Nashville.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
If you spend too much time explaining what the song's about.
Okay. All right, we'll get to that in just a moment, by the way. But before we get into that, the video, I just want to thank you again, Rock, for coming on the show. We'd love to have you back sometime. If you ever got anything new to plug, maybe we'll have you back on again.
I would appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. And here's Rock Marcello right here on Palm Ash TV, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone, I'm Rock Marcello, and we're broadcasting live from the 4 Point Sheraton here in Nashville, Tennessee. DJ Cates behind the camera. I'm going to play a little song for you, and then we got some more talent coming up for you. Hello from America. Tonight is in your hands, girl, it's up to you. I've been wondering what you'd say, wondering what you do. If I kissed your lips, would you tell me something like this? Love me like you want to, in a way it's good for you. Kiss me like you're stealing, something you could use. Hold me like you need me, yeah, that's all you need to do. Love me like you wanna love me, loving you. Don't think I'm crazy, I'm really kinda shy. Ever since I saw your face, I want you by my side. I'm no good with lines, but I tell you this, if you were mine, love me like you want to, in a way it's good for you. Kiss me like you're stealing, something you could use. Hold me like you need me, yeah, that's all you need to do. Love me like you wanna love me. I heard you give back what you give away. Oh darling, I'd give anything to hear you say, love me like I want to, anyway it's good for you. Kiss me like you're stealing, something you could use. Hold me like you need me, yeah, that's all you need to do. Love me like you wanna love me. Oh darling, love me like you wanna love me. Love me like you wanna love me, loving you. Thanks a lot. Don't go nowhere.